So this is the case. You can say very clearly. Any pointer? Now you can see this is the parasternal non-axis. So look at this septum and look at this. Don't look at is the color, everything. What is important is the systolic thickening. During systole, how it thickens. Normal myocardium always thickens. You find the systolic thickening. But look at this. Inferior-posterior wall, mainly the posterior wall, is just pulling it. There is no systolic thickening. So this is basically a case of inferior wall myocardium. I'll show you the other views, then you will see. We go.
What the last mark I am asking, if anybody can say what this structure is. Very well, very well. Oh, we both. So here you find the mitral valve opening is less. It is mitral stenosis.
No, opening is less. Sir is asking about opening is less. So left ventricular end diastolic pressure is high. That's why the opening is less.
Yeah. Opening is less. See? Because stroke volume is less. So that I am not. Now what we are talking about that, in this case particularly, there will be some form of, but in this case you can see not much of MRE. Though is the case of myocardial infarction, not much of MR, that is usually we see. So not only for the single view you can see, we will see the other views also. So now this is a short axis view. This is a very important view. So look at this, all the segments of the myocardium in fact. And you can see this is one, the inferior wall, this is posterior wall, this is lateral wall, this is anterior wall, this is septal wall. You can in fact from this short axis view, you can see almost all the views. You can all the segments. That's why when you see the segmental view in particular here.
Here, one or two things to note. Can you go back to that?
Yeah.
So he has done a parasternal short axis cut through the capillary
At the level of the
level. So this is the RV, this is the septum, this is the lateral one. These are systolic thickening is quite good. Some amount of movement is also there, but this movement analysis and wall thickening analysis a bit different. Wall thickening is much more important. But here you think the whole thing is scarred, and this part is almost akinetic. This is a passive movement from other tractions of the other portions. This is showing on passive. This part is itself is not contracted. So this is scarred. You can say almost akinetic. This is the one capillary muscle I was talking about. This is the PM. This capillary muscle also has infarction. That is why it is becoming small and contracted, not working well. So until unless we have a look from the apical view, we cannot say that there is no MR.
Echogenicity also.
Yeah, that will keep the amount of scar giving in the echogenicity. If the scar is more, the ecogenic
Glycerin part here is the pericardium because there is a lot of reflection. This is the air conditioning structure. So there is a lot of reflection of ultrasound from there. There is a lot of artifact.
So these, what you can see, you cannot see the inferior wall from this view. In apical portion, you cannot see it inferior. Only you can suspect some basal inferior wall from at the absolutely basal part of the septum, but nothing else from the portion.
So this is the IVS. We call it short IVS, interventional septum. You divide it into three parts and do the movement analysis in different segments. Similarly, this is the lateral wall. Again, you divide it into three parts and do the movement analysis. So from the 2D views in different rotations possible in many directions. It is sliding, tilting, pivoting, etc. From there, you get a lot of views and do the 3D analysis maintain. But nowadays, 3D
Now come to the
is
two-chamber
also-
view. This is a classical two-chamber view. I told you.
Here
The
is the
classical.
scar you can see now.
So this way. So I think you got your case in this. I'll not in it. And also another case that is very important. But how to find out the particularly this case I'll show you. This is a very interesting case. This is a rheumatic heart disease. So I think we have 10 minutes time. Now we can see. What can you describe what is going on here?
So you can see a mosaic inside the left atrium. That is happening during systole. If you have a look into the movement of the muscles, you will find that it is contracting. And while it is contracting, there is a lot of leakage or regurgitation. And a mosaic, that means a turbulent flow. So ultimately, what is boiling down to? What is this? MR.
So that there are different ways to quantify that is there. That is in second chapter. We cannot finish within 10 minutes. But at least this MR is moderately severe to severe. That I can say. So look at it, looking at this. Moderately severe because it is almost filling the left atrium and it's a vortex appearance. Something is coming and going back. So you see the rate flow within the ear. So if you get this type of picturing within the left atrium with a large LA, that means at least severe MR. That's almost severe MR. Anyway, so that is a severe MR. And I'll show you another thing, very important. That important thing is that
While analyzing MR, whether it is primary mitral heart disease or secondary to LV dysfunction, you have to have a look.
see, from this huge amount, that's a huge amount. You can see vertical appearance. It's coming and going back, coming and going back. It's like that. So it's a serial. And there are ways to that is a different issues. And I'll show you the suppose there is this is the Doppler over the mitral valve. And you can see that it's very pansystolic and almost spilling into the diastole. There is a diastolic MR. So this is the diastole. So if you can measure it, you can from this you can measure
This
it.
is the primary leakage. No?
This is leakage.
This is happening in systole. What you get as the pansystolic murmur, this is the flow out from the CW. Okay, this jet. In fact,
Huge jet.
the whole length of the jet has not been picked. For that, the velocity,
And how
scale setting, etc. His focus was his diastolic amount.
Now,
That is why he took this picture.
one thing is that when you are seeing the mitral stenosis, we are wanting to see the tracing of the envelope. See that this is the diastolic Doppler, and if you can trace it, see, I am tracing it. So this is the way the machine itself, in fact, we can trace it. The picture we are seeing here, this is actually of the machine, this is simulating machine. I am telling you, this is a beautiful software of the EcoPack, as if I am working in the machine. I have enquired the image, and now I am tracing the image. So I am tracing the image. Oh, mitral envelope I am tracing. Now put that, while you get these maximum PG of 15 and mean PG of 6. Why there is a maximum? Because of severe MR. There is a fall flow is huge. So give rise to maximum PG is near about 15. But mean PG 6. There is not much of mitral stenosis. Only because of the increased flow across the mitral valve, it gives rise to this type of MR. Okay, so that is very important. So another thing is that I'll show you. Is that another is that important thing is that in this case. That is there. So look at the aortic valve. Look at the aortic valve. There is a lot of turbulence across the aortic valve. Not only that, if I off the color, you can see aortic valve is thickened, fibrosed, even from the apical flange chamber. Now I'm putting the color. You can see there's a lot of obstruction and there is a turbulence across the aortic valve. And if I put the Doppler here, you can see continuous wave Doppler, you will find this type of wave. This type of wave. So even if these you can measure also.
This flow is going away from the transducer, in system, he is in the apex. And if he is in the suprasternal window, it would have been reversed. But that is going away from the apex, it is down slope. The tongue-like position is the systolic flow.
Now if you want to trace,
Stenosis. Before talking about stenosis, here is measured what is the gradient.
and now I am tracing the aortic envelope. See, I am tracing the aortic envelope. Yeah. So I am tracing the aortic envelope. How much is this swing? 67 and 48. How much mean pitch is required to call it as a severe aortic stenosis? Can anybody tell? Because mean pitch is most important. You can do the peak pitch also. If it is how much? Peak pitch is more than 4 meters.
এটা আমারও কোশ্চেন
It is severe aortic stenosis. Mean pitch is more than 40 millimeter of mercury. Is serious. So it's a serious.
Two things. He is showing the velocity over here and showing the pressure gradient. Basically, the machine initially assesses the velocity, and from that, extrapolates to millimeter of pressure gradient. There is an equation for that. When you go for advanced learning, you can learn those things.
In this patient also there is air. So this is the air envelope. So that we can easily also quantify. So in each, what you do in the air for the pressure of that. That can easily be done in this patient. If we do the air PHP, see. So put the maximum point, then follow the envelope and find out the air PHP. How much is the air PHP? 377 milliseconds. So it's, how much? If it is more than 450, we call it as a mild. If it is less than 250, we call it a severe. So in between 250 to 450, it is moderate. So it's a moderate aortic aneurysm.
This is the air jet. Normally, what you get, the still decrease in normal. Here you find that the same spectrum decreases. And he is looking into calculation of pressure uptime. From that, pressure uptime means the time taken for the pressure gradient. Suppose it was initially x, then how much time is taken to go to half x?
How much time left? Or finished? How much time left? Time left? 10 minutes. Or somebody is going to the hypertonic cardiomyopathy, you are wanting. So that is one case of hypertonic cardiomyopathy.
কি বলছিস অঞ্জন কি বলছিস
HOC.
ওকে আর আরবিটা করে কতগুলো কেস আছে সব কেসগুলো দেখতে গেলে পাগলা হয়ে যায় ফ্যাসিয়াস ক্যাপিলার ডিস্ট্রফি আছে
কার তোল হয়ে গেল
লেখা আছে
তুই পুরো সিজনটা রেকর্ড করছিস
শিখলাম কালকে থেকে আমি
প্রফেশনাল ভিডিওগ্রাফার বিয়েতে কি
আরে হোপকনে ভিডিওটা করতে হতে ধরে হাইজ্যাক করতে হবে
তোকে ভাই বিয়েতে ডাকবো
তোর আগে বিয়েটা হোক তো ইকো স্পেশালিস্ট তো আগে বিয়েটা হোক মেয়ে তো
Look at
পারি
this
না
LV, left ventricle. See,
এখান থেকে সব ইকো
I'm
তোকে
showing the
পাঠাবো
fourth
ইয়ার
chamber.
থেকে সব ইকো তোর
Look at the particularly apical part, lead and
এসএসবি
apical
থার্ড
part.
সিসি পার্টি দিস
কি
এসএসবি থার্ড সিসি পার্টি দিস আমরা প্র্যাকটিস করব
হোস্টেলে বসিয়ে দেবো 105-এ সব 105-এ পেশেন্ট চলে যাবে
এদের
but
কি
not in the basal
সুন্দর
part.
আসছে
Basal part is
ভাইয়া,
also thick,
এদের কি
but
সুন্দর
not
আসছে, আমরা
much.
যখন ট্রাই করি কি বাজে।
And so
না ম্যানিকুইনটার বার করলে
the
ম্যানিকুইনটা
other views, then
Actually, when HCM was discovered first, it was described as idiopathic hypertrophic subaortic. So they described septal hypertrophy in the basal. Now it has been found.
কি একটা ব্যানানা শেপ লেফটার আছে না? হ্যাঁ
Types. First of all, one
Banana.
is obstructive or non-obstructive. Another is it could be in the outflow, it could be in the apex, in the mid ventricle, any part may be thickened or even global thickening. Then if there is global thickening, you have to rule out other causes like hypertension, aortic stenosis, etc. And nowadays the another kind of thinking that's going on with hypertrophy, whether you're dealing with cardiac amyloid.
now even in this patient, you can see within the LV cavity, you can see there is some turbulence. Yeah, diabetic dysfunction, but diabetic dysfunction it's a chapter by itself. Anyway, there will be some diabetic dysfunction in this patient, no doubt about it. I'll show you the diabetic dysfunction in another way.
ওরা আমাদের থেকে লোন নিয়ে করে।
আমি যেদিন ইকো শিখলাম আমি সেদিন রাত্রিবেলা এগারোটার সময় সিস্টারকে বলছি দিদি জিডিএ পাঠান ইকো মেশিন আনতে, সিস্টারের ঘাড় ফেটে গেছে।
নাইটে কিন্তু ফাঁকা থেকে দিনে বেলা
HCM and HOCM,
নাইটেই চাইতো আমি এই জন্য, আমি থাকলে নাইটে।
non-obstructive HCM and consenting LPH. There is a lot of things that they are actually these are postgraduate topics. Anyway, so very difficult to differentiate sometimes, but whatever now consensus I'm telling you in a single word, if any part of the left ventricle is more than 15 millimeter, you always look for or exclude hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So that is a dictum. You look for it. You may not land in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy because this is basically a genetic disorder. So you starting from every advanced echocardiography, MRI to gene
হকিমের মিউটেশন লিখেছে টিজিএফ
gene analysis, you have to do
মিউটেশন
it.
লিখেছে টিজিএফ
Now the recommendation is that
না টাইটিন
any part of the left ventricle,
Titin,
any
titin.
part of the left ventricle,
ওটা একটা কুইজের
you have to look for hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. So that is it. But normally what we
না
do,
না সিগন্যালিংটা তো এটা অবধি হয়
practically I'm telling you, if you are getting
রোজ
hypertrophy is more than 20 millimeter, what I do always do the straight.
সিগন্যালিংটা তো টিজিএফ এর সিগন্যালিং মিউটেশনটা কি টিজিএফ দিয়ে হয়েছে তা ভিটামাইন
But if it is available, now it will be available within 5 years, I think, in many centers. Do the straight. If it is less than 16%, then look for hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Because in hypertension, whatever is the hypertrophy is there, it is usually between 16 to 18%. There will be some loss of strain is there, but that will be between 16 to 18%. If I get the GLS less than 16%, I always ask the patient to do an MRI. But MRI give you more diabetes. Cardiac MRI give you more diabetes. Trigger the hypertension.
ডিসিএম
If it is
জেড ব্যান্ড
more than 15 millimeter, then always look for it and look for the other family history, everything.
হ্যাঁ ওটাই ওটাই
People side, there is a request to wind up. So this is not the whole echo. This is only from early to advanced. Actually, he has not shown the advanced part, only some.
এমএনসি কে
So this is just a glimpse on the